Hello there. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Uche, a compliance analyst for the attack prevention team 2. Over the past weeks, we have created protective and detective measures for mitigating insider threat. As a refresher, in the previous week, we created some measures that will be implemented by GNB when testing these detective measures. This is to know its level of effectiveness. For this week, I would walk you through the response plan we have created in order to maintain operations in the electronic trading system uptime. The main purpose for this is to minimize downtime and to prevent financial losses. In order for this response to be carried out, we have in place a crisis response team whose sole responsibility is to respond and investigate the insider threat without the interruption of operations with GNB's electronic trading system. This team comprises of members from vital departments around the company, such as IT, human resources, legal counsel, physical security, corporate communications, and lastly, law enforcement when required. In order for this to be accomplished effectively, we have put in place 4 phases of response. These phases will include the identification of vulnerabilities, restricting insider access, implementation of the dynamic configuration, and lastly, investigation. Now I'm going to walk you through the phases that we've set up. The first one being identifying vulnerabilities. In achieving this, the response team shall investigate any fraudulent flags reported by the detection system set in place of the electronic trading system. The data retrieved from this report will help narrow down the origin of this fraudulent activity. Once this has been located, personnel shall further inquire for the identity of the culprits involved. Now this brings me to the second phase of response, which is suspending all user privileges of the suspect or group of suspects involved in this fraudulent activity. The purpose for this is to avoid continuance or new malicious activity from further occurring. With the help of the information security officer and as well as physical security, all gathered evidence will be handed over to the human resources and legal office. These offices have the authority to conduct personnel-related investigations at the initial stage, and as well as collect and then turn over all retrieved information about the nature of the accesses this potential offender gained, and also contain the incident until it is over. As soon as this access has been restricted, the response team will execute a third phase of response, which is to implement a dynamic reconfiguration. The function of this configuration is to filter rules for firewalls and gateways. There will also be a creation of access control lists and the introduction of intrusion detection and protection system parameters. Once this has been accomplished and the incident contained, the final phase is investigation with the utilization of a forensic toolkit. This toolkit is a forensic software that scans hard drives in search for various informations. It also aids in the retrieval of deleted emails, scanning of disks for testing strings in order to use them as a password dictionary to crack encryptions. And finally, all initially created policies and procedures will be reviewed and updated to include lessons learned and have a better preparative approach for a future incident. As a part of my conclusion, GNB's adherence to these phases will best maintain the uptime of the electronic trading system. Thank you and have a good day.